We're just gonna start. Fuck it. Hey everybody, and welcome to Drowning in Pools podcast. This is episode 31, and today we have DeShon, Derek, and Cameron.
You know what's weird? You always say today we have, like we're ever gonna have anybody else.
We've had other people.
Yeah, but they're like guests. You act like we're gonna not be here sometimes. We're pretty much always gonna be here.
I know.
It's a weird introduction. We should think about doing a different introduction.
We really should.
But anyway.
Let's leave it. No. Let's leave this awkward pause just a little longer.
I mean, I'm just gonna cut it out. Fuck it. It's gonna be one of those podcasts today where we just kind of bullshit, talk about whatever. Who cares?
Yeah, pretty much. Do you guys hear about the Funimation stuff?
No, what happened?
Isn't it where they were doing like weird outtake porn noises or whatever?
So it was more than just that. Apparently, those were just the funny parts.
Oh, okay.
So I only watched the funny clips.
Yeah, that's all I heard.
So the reason why there's outrage is apparently the voice actor for Goku was doing a bunch of gay slurs and whatnot. And gay bashing and whatnot.
Ooh. Well, I think I already addressed in another podcast that he's actually an asshole. So he's always an asshole. So
I was just gonna say I was streaming the other day on the one day I could. And the guy was like, "Hey, did you hear about the Funimation stuff?" And I'm like, "Yeah, man, it was hilarious. Yada yada." Hercule was talking about his dick. It was pretty funny stuff. And he's like, "How can you think all that stuff is funny?" I'm like, "What do you mean?" And he told me.
Because like I saw it and I was like, "It's just dumb outtakes. Who gives a fuck?" You know. So I just didn't even pay attention to it. But then everybody was getting mad about it, so I didn't realize there was more to it. But I was like, yeah. But I mean, that's how it fucking was back in the day. That's what they do. And even that's what they do now. Like, they don't give a shit. You know. But who knows? I don't know. Who knows what's going to happen? Probably nothing. That's usually what happens whenever... Like the Vic Mignonia shit, it took forever to fucking come to a conclusion, you know, so...
Yeah. Like, there's certain things that are like, okay, that's just part of the time he was just making jokes, and then there's times where it's like, he was making jokes maliciously.
Yeah.
That's the difference. I didn't listen to like the whole thing, so
okay.
I don't know if it was malicious or just making jokes of the time.
Wow. Well, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
And you know what? But you know what? People are like, whatever. I watch the subs anyway. But like, this is Dragon Ball Z. Like, I only watch the dubs for Dragon Ball Z.
Exactly.
So it's not one of those situations where I could be like, who cares? It's just the dub. Because normally a dub sucks, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh well. I mean, I can still go back and watch. It's not like I'll never go back and watch Dragon Ball Z ever again. It's not like this is gonna kill the fucking series, you know. So.
On top of that, we have the abridged series.
Right? Yeah. Seriously.
But no, like the thing about dubs versus subs, I'm like, see, there's only so much of old grandma Goku that I can listen to.
Yeah, it gets especially when it's old grandma Goku, weird scratchy voice Vegeta, old grandma Gohan, even though he's like 27, you know. Mm-hmm. So it just gets so grating after a while. You're like, can I just get a person who sounds like they should?
Can I just get a deep voice man sing Piccolo's line, please?
Can I get an adult, please?
Just Piccolo doing his lines. Can I get more of that?
Yeah.
But anyways, that's just what I want to know. I just want to know if you guys heard about it.
It's so weird.
My week was very thin. It was like wafer thin. Mm-hmm. I played some Marvel, and I think that and I played a bunch of puzzle games. I played Tetris. I played Pokemon Puzzle League. I played TFT, and I'm actually gotten back into League. Yay!
Poor bastard.
Yeah.
I know. I mean, I've been winning most of my matches.
You said yay, but I just heard like a heroin addict just relapsed. You know.
I'm dying inside. No, but I really like League when I don't have to deal with people yelling at me for doing nothing. Like that's the best. Like my favorite part about playing League is just joking around with the people I'm playing.
Oh yeah.
That's my favorite part. And I've been having some good conversations with people during League. It's some funny stuff. Some pretty funny stuff. But other than that...
Have you streamed any of it?
I try.
Yeah. I only ever see whenever Derek goes live, but he usually goes live at like weird times where I can't watch.
Yeah, see, I go live at like 11 to like 4 usually. But the thing is that from the research I've done, the little research I've done is that we need to update the router, and that should fix the issues.
Oh yeah.
But I have upload speeds of like 2 to 6 megabytes per second. Mm-hmm. You can't stream off that.
I mean, sure you could. I mean, you could kind of stream off that if you want to have like a one frame.
Drop frames.
1 frame every 5 minute stream or whatever. You know.
Yeah, pretty much. Pretty much.
I mean, it shouldn't be that bad. You could probably do 480, 330 FPS.
No one knows for sure, but I intend to find out. Reboot!
I actually was thinking about it over the week. Like, I was watching I have like an old Reboot, like VHS from the TV show. It just looks like shit, and I'm like, man, I miss this. Because it's just like a recording of what was on TV. I think it's just like a tape of that day or whatever, and it had a few episodes of Reboot, and it just looked like crap. And I was like, I still prefer this, I guess. There's like a graininess to it. I was also watching something else. I can't remember what movie it was. Was it a movie? Oh, it's fucking. I was watching Last Jedi on Netflix.
Okay.
And it's got like this grain over it that it's. I guess it's on. I think it's because it's on film, but it looks kind of fake. So I'm not entirely sure. But I was like, this still just looks nicer than like a fucking Marvel movie where it just looks like shit on a green screen, because it looks too good.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'll get to that in my week.
Alrighty. Well,
Last Jedi. Again.
Okay, so that's all the video games I played. Media that I consumed was a bunch of YouTube shit, and I started Mob Psycho.
Like season 1?
Mob Psycho. Season 1 episode.
What did you think?
Oh my god, that show is too heartwarming.
Dude, it's the most, sweet feeling show. It gives you the good feels.
I watched one episode and I'm like, what?
Oh, dude.
What?
Wait till you get to season 2.
It's just so heartwarming. Like, it's so cheesy,
dude,
but it makes so sense.
It feels so good when you get to those moments where you're just like, oh my god, they really care about each other. It's so crazy. Like, it contrasts with like the crazy, insane, epic, battles where he turns ghosts into slime and splatters them all over the fucking walls and shit. It's crazy. That these like the biggest moments are like the mundane. But mundane regular character moments, not the big battles usually.
Because like in the first episode, I'm like, holy shit, Mob Psycho's a character. Yeah. Like that is a dude. I know that dude. It's me.
Yeah.
Well, kind of, but without the psychic powers.
He's relatable.
Yeah, super relatable.
Yeah.
And I love it. It was fantastic.
How far did you get? Did you finish the season?
I just watched the first episode.
Oh, the first episode, okay.
Well, I watched the first episode and I was going to start the next one, but I'm like, I should probably go to sleep.
I mean, you keep watching it, it'll sustain you. It'll give you the energy to watch through it all. Because that's what I did. Like, every time an episode would come out, I would be like, I need more Mob Psycho, so I would just watch all the episodes of that season and then that new episode.
Nice.
Because it was just that good.
Well, yeah, other than that, I didn't really do much this week. That was pretty much it. I went and hung out with my family, too.
Oh, wow, it's so exciting.
It's so exciting, man. Well, when your brother's a gamer and your little sister's a gamer, it's pretty great.
I guess.
Because I don't get to play video games with very many people, so I need someone to talk to.
What are all those people you play with online?
They don't exist.
Oh, true. They're not real.
No. Well, it's not that they're not real. It's just they literally this week they have not existed. I played.
Oh, that's right. Your internet's been shitty this week.
Yeah.
Oh well.
But yep, that's my week. DeShon, how was your videos, your movies, your shows?
So Spider-Man PS4, the Game of the Year edition came out for $40. So I did what I do, and I bought it for $40. So I just get all the DLC for free, you know.
Mm-hmm.
I did the same thing with the Arkham games after City. So
who are you, Derek?
It's the smart thing to do. I don't know, it's insane to me why they put out these games and then they're like, I guess it's for the people who have a FOMO who just need to get the game now so they can tell the internet about it. But because the only time I even played it was when I was staying at a girl I was fucking with at the time's house and she had it, so I was just playing that.
Gotcha.
You know, so
yeah.
And so I got to play it for real, you know, because when I played with her, I was just kind of beelining the story, so I didn't really get to do a lot of my crazy, insane grinding and side mission shenanigans.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I got to do that now. There would be, it's as good as everybody was saying it was when it fucking first came out. So there's no need for me to fucking sing its praises. It's super good. Some of the combat's a little weird. It feels like it's trying to hold. It feels like it's trying to hold my hand, but I'm trying to like pull my hand away. You know, while I'm trying to fight. So it's a little weird, but I guess when I'm kind of in the groove, it works fine. So combat's fine. Swinging feels great. Sometimes when it's like 4 a.m. and I should be going to bed, but I don't really, you know, want to yet, I'll just swing around the city, you know, because the swing just feels that good. It's just free experience points too, especially since I'm already. I kind of just surprised got to the max level, like, I want to say like 70% through the story, just because I was kind of crazy grinding and, you know, going through the city all the time. And they give you, there's a skill you can unlock that's literally just do tricks while you're swinging for extra experience points. But it's like, it's like 2 or 3 or 4 experience points per move, you know?
Gotcha.
Damn it. Anyway, what else did I do? Because fucking whatever. I mostly got through that game. I'm pretty much done. I probably got like 2 or 3 main story missions done so far. I did like all the side missions, and so now the game is like, we don't really have anything for you to do, so we're just gonna put random criminals on rooftops, and you can knock them out if you want. You won't get any tokens to unlock stuff with them, but I guess you can do it, you know. Because I did everything, and I'm only like, you know, I'm nearly done, but it's like, I did everything long before I probably should have. Because I would start doing, like, going to, like, enemy bases and beating those, you know, and I would be fighting a specific enemy, and then I'd do a story mission where that enemy was supposed to be introduced for the first time.
Yeah.
So I've you know, it's like
fought them.
I've already fought them. It's giving me like the tutorial to fight them, and I'm like, I already know what I'm doing. I've beaten them already. So it's like one of those games where it's like, I don't know. It's for, I hate saying this, but it's more for casuals, which is fine. Yeah. It's not a bad thing. It's just I should probably I should have played it on a harder difficulty. I should start on a harder difficulty like I do with the Arkham games. Like like with those, I played enough of those where I'm like, if a new one came out, I would just start on hard because they're all basically the same, you know. And for the most part, you know, it's not that hard. So yeah. What else did I do? I watched that new. Oh, did I play any video games? I just played more Omega Ruby. I downloaded the Fist of the North Star, like, Yakuza style game or whatever, but I haven't got a chance to play that yet. What else did I do? There's more Omega Ruby. Anyway, so I watched the new Netflix Dave Chappelle special that everybody's mad at, that they're review bombing on Rotten Tomatoes, whatever the fuck.
Wait, so why are they mad at that one? Because I've heard people talk about that as well.
He said something about the Me Too movement. That pissed everybody off. Well, he basically said he basically said that he said that if they basically just kept doing the dumb shit that they were doing, which is kind of just the stuff that annoys everybody about the whole super PC crowd or whatever, that it would turn on them. And he said, and he was right. Like he mentioned that there were like 7 states or whatever that were basically working to crack down on abortion or whatever. So whatever, that pissed everybody off. He said a bunch of stuff. Like the whole thing was basically
just calling people
the
out.
most offensive thing you could fucking think of in this day and age, basically, for those kind of people. It's like, saying they're like, bringing out like I think one of his first jokes was about LGBT people or whatever, and just making fun of them. But it was really good. Like they were all well crafted jokes, and you could tell he was just joking, and you could tell he was just taking shots at everybody because he could. It's just what he does, what he's always done. So.
Yeah, again, like as long as it's not like super, like if it's not intentionally malicious, I think the joke is.
Yeah, it was clear that he was just poking fun at shit, and it wasn't like I hate these people, I hate these people, I hate these. He's fucking like he was making Asian jokes, and he's married to an Asian woman, and his kids are all half Asian. So it's like they're like shots of like he's taking shots because he loves these people, not because he hates them. So. The real thing that I'm really concerned with was like just Dave Chappelle, the way he, like his craft is nearly like perfect. His like as a comedian, you really can't get much better. Yeah. It didn't feel like he was doing a set. It felt like, he was
just having a conversation.
Yeah, like he just walked up there and just started talking. So that was really good. I watched Last Jedi, but I made the smart decision to skip all the scenes that had nothing to do with Jedis. So I skipped all the Finn and Rose stuff.
Do you like the character Finn?
I kind of did at first. I was interested to see him kind of grow into a hero, but then it I don't know, it kind of just felt like he had nothing going on otherwise. Like he didn't really. It didn't really feel like he organically grew into a hero. It kind of just felt like he just suddenly was willing to die for the rebel cause, even though.
So what it was is that instead of growing him as a hero, they wrote him as a martyr.
Martyr.
How do you pronounce that word?
A martyr, yeah.
Martyr. Okay, I just couldn't pronounce it for whatever reason. But yeah, they grew him that. They wrote him that way instead. So like everything leading up to that, it was just written without being hero intention. So it was just like, I'm gonna die for these people. Yeah. I'm gonna go die for these people.
So basically, I watched the real Last Jedi, which is really just the stuff about Luke, Rey, Kylo, and the Emperor, not the Emperor, Snoke. I really like all that shit about like the Jedi and how Luke's basically telling her like, yo, the Jedi are bullshit. The whole dark light dichotomy is bullshit.
Gray Jedis.
Well, it wasn't even really that, because he still acknowledged that the dark side exists, and that because he gets scared when she kind of like she draws into it a little bit, and she kind of like she doesn't resist it when it comes to take her or whatever, and that kind of freaks him out, because he's like I've only seen power like this before, he says, and it's when he's thinking about Kylo. It really disappoints me though when it kind of like throws all that away at the end, where Kylo kind of falls regardless. He like, because they made it seem like, which what I kind of would have hoped was like they would instead of just being like it's got to be light and darkness fighting each other all the fucking time, and I had hoped it would change into so I think we talked about this the first, like when we went to see it when it first came out. I had hoped that it would have gone in a different direction. Oh yeah. Where now instead it was like, all right, we're not going to just fight all the time. We're going to do this. Like, I figured Kylo would not necessarily turn, but he would stop trying to destroy and kill all the rebels or whatever. And I felt like, and I thought Rey would also not become a Jedi, just for the sake of becoming a Jedi, because she heard all these stories about the Jedi. I figured she would, go into that neutral zone where she was like, I want to learn a little about the dark side too. So, but it didn't. It kind of just do it. Yeah. But watching Last Jedi again, I was thinking more about what Rise of Skywalker would be about, and I was theorizing, and I'm not gonna get too much into my stupid theory, but I'm almost positive there's going to be like a time skip, because
okay, yeah, I could see that.
That's kind of how that's how it was in the original trilogy, where Empire happened, and then there's a 5-year time skip, and then Return of the Jedi or whatever happened.
Mm-hmm.
And I figure during that time skip, they're gonna talk about like, yeah, Kylo and Rey have been, Kylo's been chasing after Rey and the rest of the rebels over this time period or whatever, and blah blah. This happens, but over time, Kylo kind of, decides being super evil is not what he wants or something, and then Sidious is gonna show up and fuck all it up, whatever. I'm super not excited about Rise of Skywalker because they had to put Palpatine in. It really feels like, because I didn't even watch the last trailer because I saw an image of Rey with like a double lightsaber that turned into
double red,
a Darth Maul staff lightsaber, and I was like, "Fuck this bullshit."
Which the funny thing is that I could see her using a staff lightsaber.
The staff is literally her main weapon.
Yeah. So I could see that, but then at the same time, I'm just like, why is it got to be red?
I mean, bro, yeah, because probably it's some vision or something of the future or some bullshit.
She finds the dead body of Darth Maul and just.
Could you imagine? Because he fell down like a big shaft, didn't he? Well, no, because he got killed by.
Books, I thought in the books he got revived and became a scorpion type person.
Well, in the Clone Wars animated series, that happened. Well, that kind of happens. Like, it happens in the books, and then it happens in the cartoon show, which makes it canon. But
gotcha.
Then but eventually he finds Obi-Wan in the desert, and Obi-Wan kills him.
Gotcha.
So.
Okay, never mind. That can't happen then.
Yeah, but that would have been funny though. She'll just find his lightsaber or something.
Yeah.
Oh, even though no, because it got cut in half. So.
Okay.
Yeah, cut in half. Phantom Menace. But anyway, enough of that.
That was just me being dumb and thinking that'd be funny.
But that would have been funny. But it feels like since all like the mega hardcore original trilogy fans were all shitty and bitchy about Luke and Luke not being the Luke that they knew and all that dumb shit, and Rey's parents kind of just being nobody and all that. It feels like the movie's just gonna appease those people, which sucks. Because I just want Star Wars to be different. I guess I'm kind of just bored of Star Wars.
You want like actual stories, not the same story over.
Yeah, I want them to explore stuff more. I want them to not just be like, and then a light side guy rose and defeated the dark side, but then the dark side rose again and defeated the light, and the light had to rise again and defeat the dark side. And, I don't want
shonen anime in my Western movies.
Yeah, and I want these characters to like grow and be different. Like people are like the Luke thing. Like people were always like we're mad about Luke because he wasn't a Luke. Yeah, he grew. Fucking 30 years passed. And he turned into a different person. Crazy how that happens, right? But people couldn't accept that, And so now I just think there's going to be a big Luke fight scene where his ghost kills like 100 stormtroopers, and then I don't know, like Obi-Wan's ghost is going to do a bunch of backflips and fight Darth Maul's ghost on a thing, and then. I don't know. Darth Sidious is going to shoot lightning at Anakin because Anakin's ghost is going to show up and defend Rey or something. I don't know.
And then Snoke is going to be a robot.
And then Rey's going to turn out to be like Luke's daughter.
I'm really worried that that's like a storyline they're thinking about going down.
Dude, I'm not excited for this at all. Star Wars is kind of ruined, except for the Mandalorian, which is like a space western, which I'm excited for.
That does sound cool. That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. But besides that, I didn't do fuck else. I made sure I stayed caught up on Fire Force and Dr. Stone.
I'm slowly catching up.
Fire
Force.
I think this happened. Well, I mean, I guess it did happen last week, but it happened after the podcast last week. Young Justice ended. The new season.
Nice.
That sucked.
Was it a terrible ending, or was it just like it sucks at it?
Super good. Then it hit about halfway, and then they started focusing on some dumb shit that had nothing to do with anything, and then they kind of just lost the plot, and then it kind of just rushed to the ending, sort of like the old season did back on Cartoon Network.
Gotcha. Did it feel like a cliffhanger, or did it just feel like it ended?
There's definitely going to be more, maybe, if this series doesn't get canceled, but it's not like a cliffhanger, it's like, we still have more work to do, you know?
Gotcha. So, like, every Justice League or anything show at the end of it.
Like, well, no, it's like, Darkseid's still out there. They didn't even really do much with him. Like, they were kind of teasing that they were doing Final Crisis, which they ended up not doing. But, like, you know, they didn't even really fight Darkseid at all, even though he was the real main villain. They didn't defeat the Light, which is, like, basically the Legion of Doom, essentially. They didn't defeat them at all. They kind of beat Lex Luthor, but that was it. And even then, it was all part of their plan.
Gotcha.
So it's like that, where it's not over. If they get another season, they probably plan on getting another season, you know, to do more stuff.
Yeah.
So the show basically just suffered from trying to be too much like a Marvel show almost, or like just a regular ass TV show.
Yeah.
You know, it stopped kind of focusing on like, because DC's whole thing is they focus on like, you know, what like the more fantastical element of being a superhero. You know, like they will still like shine a light on what it means to be the man and Superman, but it's still more about like just the legend of these gods who basically come and protect the world.
You make
and like what it means to be a superhero, you know.
Yeah.
And Marvel's more about what it means to be a regular person who then usually gains superpowers and lives in this world of superheroes, and you know what they decide to do as a regular person who lives in this world, you know, the regular shit they go through and the relatable shit they go through, you know.
Yeah.
And I guess now that Marvel is like this super successful $1 billion franchise, you know, the movies and the comic books haven't been selling too well, but who gives a shit? You know, now that Iron Man is a fucking household name, everybody wants to be more like those characters. So now DC has just given up on like the old school fantastical elements that they used to be super great with, and now they're just kind of trying to do more Marvel-esque shit.
I gotcha.
Which is why Doom Patrol is still a fucking awesome show. Because they don't give a fuck about any of that Marvel garbage. Their characters are super and they're relatable, which is awesome. And that's basically it. I didn't do anything else.
Alrighty. Well, that's still more than what I got. Because, damn, I got, like, nothing.
Well, Derek. I also talk a lot, so...
Yeah, I know. I don't like that's the thing is I just don't know what to talk about on my part. just because I don't like nothing really impacted me this week, so I'm just like, yeah, I guess that's a cool thing that I did.
Yeah.
But hey, Derek, how's
not bad. I picked up like 4 shifts like last week and this week, so I finally am working. And I didn't really play too much anything. I played a few games of League to like get my LP back up, and I actually met with this really cool dude that like was a Diamond 2 Smurf. Like, he had a very good like understanding of the game, so I added him and was gonna talk to him more about like how to play the game and how to get better. And then most of my time, like gaming time this week, because I didn't have too much, was spent trying to learn how to get a sliding knockdown on base Goku in Dragon Ball. Because I had this idea that like I could use his, because he has a downward Kamehameha, which technically gives a sliding knockdown. Yeah. It's not long enough for him to combo off of by himself, but you can Z-change into it using your assists. So I spent a while getting that down, which was cool. Like, it was fun to like figure something like that out and be like, does anyone else know about this? And like look it up online. Everyone's like, yeah, this is fucking terrible. You can't do anything with it. I'm like, you can Z-change. Anyway. Yeah, but it was cool.
Very nice.
That's cool. So you didn't play any like
Yeah, I played a little bit.
It's still fucked.
I saw him playing it.
I haven't put in like some people like. There's a dude who's already max level, and I was just like, holy shit.
Well, of course,
Yeah.
those are
Yeah,
crazy
but
people.
like, he essentially came up with a new leveling way grind that took about like before back in the day. The max level was like, or the race to max level, I think was like 3 weeks, and he got it in a day and a half. Yeah.
Holy fuck.
Jesus.
Two reasons for that. One, he essentially AoE'd down like 50 mobs at once, which is insane. And the other thing is that he and his brother shared the character, so there was no downtime. It was like 40 hours of straight grinding.
Well, yeah, but I mean, still, that's a massive difference compared to.
Yeah, no, it's insane.
But yeah, they still did a ton of fucking work. But knowing that split between two people, I can be like, all right, maybe I could manage that with another person.
40 hours in 2 days.
Yeah.
Between two people. That's a lot of gaming. But yeah.
Yeah, but like.
Because I'm a grinder, I like to grind. So.
Yeah, but like the way that they grinded was,
I understand.
it was like unique, and you kind of can't do it on any other class. You can only do it on Frost Mage. But basically, it was like aggroing 50 mobs and then like getting them all into like an epicenter and then just nuking the shit out of them. So Keon's gonna try to do that too. Yeah.
Nice.
Well, it's like that way you can get like 2 or 3 levels with each pull. I mean, probably not exactly 2 or 3 levels, but you can get a ton of experience with each pull. And like in Classic WoW, that is fucking hard. So
that's cool though. Like that's how video game legends are made.
Well, and the best part is it's not even easy to pull that off because like if you miss micro, like you just die. End of story, you just die.
Yeah, they'll just rush you.
So it's cool. Like I like high school cap stuff like that.
Yeah, because there's that one guy who I don't know if you guys is Leroy Jenkins one of them, but there was another guy who's he was a high level player who used to just fly around in front of dungeons or raids, and if a party ever needed help, he would fall from the sky, land on the ground, and go, "Your savior is here. Come with me if you want to live."
Nice.
And he would just do that. And if no one accepted his invite, he would fly back to the sky and then do it again.
I just keep doing it over and over. Isn't that... I don't know. Isn't that Leroy Jenkins?
No, it's real.
It's
real?
That's real.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think the video, the famous one, was a reenactment, but the actual scenario happened.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's cool. I mean, like, I just haven't been putting that much time into it because I like to solo. Like, I like to play that really solo when I'm just like watching YouTube or whatever. And so like I don't like I have to be in the mood to play that kind of stuff, and like with friends,
Right.
and like so I've been mostly playing with Keon. I played like one game, or not like one game, but like 1 or 2 sessions with Nick and Keon, and then Keon is just leveling his other character.
Okay.
Excuse me. So like I feel bad because I'm essentially holding them back, but I'm just. I mean, I've also been working. Like, I've been called in early. I called in early every day except for yesterday, to work. And I'm closing shifts. So basically, I get up at like 9 and I have to leave my house by like noon. And then I work until midnight, and then I come home and crash and do it all again. So like, there hasn't really been much time for me to like play with the other guys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know that pain.
So, and I've got more fucking closing shifts this week. Yeah, I mean, luckily we're getting a pay increase, so, or hopefully.
Nice.
I like how we're from luckily to hopefully.
Yeah, well, I mean, like we have to get people to like sign off on the agreement.
Okay.
And
yeah, there's a bunch of steps that go.
Yeah.
Well, I don't know if this is the right place to talk about it, but like I'm down to bitch.
No.
Go for it. Fuck it. It's one of those podcasts.
All right.
Just talk about
So,
everything.
like the end all be all is that like the union has already agreed to the terms and Disney has already agreed to the terms, right? Actually, can I talk about this?
Mm-hmm.
Actually, can you?
Probably not. We'll cut that out.
Don't get into too many. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I didn't think you would get into like union stuff and all that. I thought you'd be a little more vague. But,
I think everything is public knowledge, but I'm not sure. So.
We'll just cut that out.
Anyway, so.
We'll just cut that out. Yeah, we don't want Disney showing up at your house.
Being like, hey man, look, this is one strike. If you fuck up again, you're gone forever. Like, you just disappear.
Did you hear about what fucking game company? It was like Gearbox or whatever? Sent like 2 dudes to some guy's house.
Yes, that's
because he found out about like some release date for a thing or something. They came to his house trying to figure out how he found out, and he just found it online because they put it up.
He found it on their own website. Oh my god!
Yeah, it's that's so fucked up.
The long story short is they put out some streams that had some stuff that people weren't supposed to like know too much about yet. Yeah. And the guy just rewatched their streams over and over and found like all the small details in the game.
Because he's a massive Borderlands fan.
Yeah. So he was just rewatching the video over and over, finding all the details he possibly could, and then wrote a post about them or made a video or something about them. And they're like, "Oh fuck, they're not supposed to know this shit yet. Yeah. What do we do? Let's send some goons to his house."
So ridiculous.
So they sent 2 private eyes to his house.
That's terrifying. That's like that. If I was like a leaker of anything, that would probably make me think twice.
Yeah, that's pretty fucked.
That's so wild.
And like the worst is that it wasn't police. It wasn't a written notice. It was nothing like that.
It was some hired goons
who knocked on their door and then proceeded to let them in because he didn't know. He was freaking out that 2 guys in suits just walked up to his house.
That's just Jesus.
It's fucked up. It's a new age, guys. Well, really, that's not even new. That's
like a mafia shakedown right there.
Now we're back to that. Yeah.
Yeah, literally, that's what it was.
And and they already got enough problems with Randy Pitchford fucking apparently beating up dudes in hotel rooms and having kiddie porn on fucking official work USBs.
Jesus Christ.
Allegedly.
So, I don't believe it was kiddie porn, but
I'm pretty sure it was underage something.
I hope it was cat porn.
Anyway. I mean, knowing Randy Pitchford, I wouldn't be surprised.
Oh boy, I love the fun, Derek. Appreciate it.
I mean, in all honesty, I'd rather have some dude have video of 2 cats going at it than the other thing. So,
You're not wrong.
Yeah, but that's well. I mean, I was gonna say that's less like I don't know, but that's so weird. It's still something to talk about. I was gonna say it's less like newsworthy, but it's still weird and something to talk about.
It's that's a headliner rather than a headliner.
Yeah, like that's. Oh wait, is that illegal? Having cats fucking on your thing? If you're not like a veterinarian doing.
I don't think it's legal because it's not bestiality. Because you're not involved there.
Yeah, true. If you're watching like a nature documentary and 2 lions start fucking, you're not going to jail.
I assume it's fine because they can show that stuff on like network television.
Right. Yeah. So I guess people would just be like, "Why do you have this on here?" Along with the official dev files.
And see, that one you can pass off as like an Easter egg. You could be like, "Oh yeah, like if they do these specific things, they're gonna find this gift there."
You're not wrong though.
That'd be a good way for him to get out of it. Be like, "What do you mean? This is just for the this Easter egg."
Oh. All right. Well, yeah, no. That's
so weird.
Yeah.
Shaking down people who found information the right way. They didn't break down any code.
They didn't break in your shit. They didn't hack anything. He is a loyal follower of your shit and was like, "Oh look, he did what they literally want you to do." You know,
watch your shit over and over again.
Yep, and he saw something, and they were mad about it. They're like, "How did you get this information?"
Yeah.
What else you do? Or we were on one thing.
We were talking about the potential pay raise and how it may or may not be public access right now. But like, I think I can talk about. Oh, maybe I can't. Okay, never mind.
Derek, Derek, I got a question. Do you fear
Not
Disney?
really. If they're gonna kill me, it's cheaper than living.
I mean, like, I just think about it sometimes. Like, could I work for Disney? Like, what if I accidentally learned some shit I shouldn't know?
I mean, there's not much that I would know in my position that's like...
Yeah, because, I mean, I don't want to say you're a lowly worker or anything, but you're not... you're not high up on the totem pole, per se.
You are
yeah,
a cog
exactly.
in the
Like, the one thing that,
cogs
like...
are replaceable, but it's still a cog.
Yeah, so it's the issue is that it's just union stuff, and I'm not sure how much of that is public domain and, like, how much is not.
Yeah.
Yeah, so let's not talk about union stuff, but let us talk about lettuce. Yeah.
Did you guys see T-Pain cosplay as Leroy Smith and set the bar for all Leroy
No,
Smith
what
cosplays?
the fuck?
It's fucking great. I sent it to DeShon. I sent it to you. He's dancing too, and it's fucking amazing.
He's killing it.
He's killing that cosplay for sure.
So here's my thing, right? When rappers in like songs are referencing like Vegeta and Goku and shit, I'm not impressed. I don't give a fuck. So what? You know who Naruto is? I don't give a goddamn. T-Pain is out here cosplaying as Leroy Smith and building his own PC and streaming on Twitch.
I was gonna say, T-Pain's a huge gamer, right?
That's what I'm saying. Like these other rappers in songs think they've got cool nerd references because they know what Mario is. Nah, you ain't trying hard enough.
Not gonna lie, I wish I had those moves.
Seriously, apparently he used to make like a lot of like. I think he used to dance. He makes like he used to make a lot of really good dance songs, like high energy, get down the club songs.
Oh, he's also good at singing. Like
singing with
auto. No, like his singing voice is actually nice.
Like actually singing? I've never heard it.
Oh yeah. So they took one of his songs and just took off all the auto-tune, and holy fuck, he has a really good voice.
That's like Lady Gaga. That's like Lady Gaga, where like when she actually sings, she's actually amazing. She's got that other shit going on. It's kind of annoying. But when she actually sings, like she has like a video of her on like just a piano singing. It's
like with the
that's great.
The newest A Star Is Born remake with her and Bradley Cooper. That was it was like surprisingly good and also really depressing.
Yeah, I know he like hangs himself in his garage.
Movie's been out for like at least a year.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's also
a remake.
A true story or whatever. So.
Yeah, no.
Yeah, and it's a remake.
Yeah, Bradley Cooper did it a lot better than I expected.
Oh yeah.
No, I just didn't expect him to actually sing as well as he did.
Oh yeah.
But anyway, yeah. No, T-Pain's got a good voice. I was thoroughly surprised because I was one of the people who just memed along and was like, oh yeah, auto-tune, and then like somebody was like, no, like listen to this, and I'm like, oh fuck, like.
See, like I didn't think he was a good singer. I knew he was a good like rapper though, because back before he was doing auto-tune, he was rapping a lot, and that shit's really good. He has like a song like about called The Boogeyman, where he just beats the shit out of a bunch of horror movie monsters. It's super good.
That was awesome.
Admittedly, I like that he branded himself with the autotune. I think it made him very unique at the time. But like,
oh yeah, it was
well, and it was like cranked up to like 11. That's the other thing. It wasn't like hidden autotune. Yeah. It was like, this is my shit. Jam it. Like, it was so cool. And I love that he did stuff with like Lonely Island and stuff like that too. So
yeah, yeah, he's always been like a really charismatic, funny dude.
Yeah, I never really listened to much of his shit until like he collabed with Lonely Island, and then I listened to like 5 o'clock in the morning with Lily Allen because I like Lily Allen, and I haven't really heard much of his shit since besides like the singing stuff. So, but like everything I've heard, I've just been like, yeah, I can get behind this.
Yeah, and he's a big gamer. Which is awesome.
You know what I did last week?
Huge nerd.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
No.
I went to a Blink-182 concert. Oh my god, it was great.
Nice.
So there was this band called Neck Deep there who was the opening act, and they were from the UK. They're like a punk band from the UK. They were really cool. I actually really dug their music. I'll probably listen to them some more. But you'll never guess who was supposed to be on tour with Blink-182.
Who?
Lil Wayne.
What? Oh, that's right. I did hear about this. He dropped out because he was sick or something.
Yeah.
He they said he dropped out because he was sick, but I also saw some stories about him getting into arguments with like production staff.
I wouldn't be surprised, but like he wasn't at the show that we went to, because he said that he had problems with his plane or something. I don't know, but
Nah, he just want to tour with them because I think it's well known he doesn't want to be touring with them.
Yeah, but anyway, like the Neck Deep show was awesome, and then the Blink-182 show was fucking sick. So like, there was like a 45-minute window where I think Lil Wayne was supposed to go.
So like,
yeah, pretty much. They had to like tear down the set and like rebuild it anyway. So I'm like, whatever. But like Blink-182 did the entire Enema of the State album, like front to back.
Okay,
that's cool.
Yeah,
damn.
Because it's the 20th anniversary of that album.
Oh,
nice.
And then on top of that, they did more shit. Yeah, like, well, it was like, so they did Enema of the State, which had a lot of like fan favorites, and then they did,
yeah.
God damn it, fucking Mark Hoppus. He's like, he goes to the mic at the very end of the, at the end of the album, right? And so he's like, all right, guys, we're gonna play one more song, and then we're gonna play some more songs, because we're contractually obligated. It's just like, God damn it. No, it was great.
That's funny.
Yeah, so they played so they finished the album, and then they played some of their newer stuff, some of the old fan favorites, and it was a great time all around. Like, I wasn't super happy with the mixing, because I think the guitar was a little bit too loud, and in my opinion, the freaking Matt Skiba, who's the like new guitarist for Blink, he was not playing a lot of this stuff right. Like, it didn't sound good, essentially. Gotcha. He also looked like he was having issues. Yeah, so I don't know if he was on drugs or if he was just having like a really bad day, but like when he sung into the mic, he was just like staring like demon-eyed out into the crowd, you know? It was some shit that just like, but he sang fine, and like his guitar was fine. It just sounds like he was forgetting shit. So I don't know what was going on there.
How what's it called? How long has he been
Blink?
on the?
He's been there since at least 2016. But like,
gotcha.
admittedly, most of those songs, like, you don't hear at concerts. Like, especially like most of the stuff that he was messing up was Enema of the State, which is 20 years old, and the other two guys have been playing it for 20 years. So, like, I totally understand if he's not quite as certain on it. But it's like some of them are like, they're songs that he should have been playing live, right? Like, there's some fucking bangers off of Enema of the State. Like, I think What's My Age Again is off of Enema of the State, and that's like fucking, like, most people, if you don't know Blink, like, fucking you'll know What's My Age Again as that one song, you know?
Yeah.
And so, like, yeah, hold on, let me see if I can. Okay, yeah, so like, let's see here. Yeah, What's My Age Again? Adam's song, All the Small Things. And like the party song is like fun, but not technically on like most people's playlists. But like, What's My Age Again, Adam's song, and All the Small Things. All the Small Things especially. Like, he didn't mess that one up, but there were some other ones that were like, yeah, that's not right. Like,
yeah.
So
maybe he's not allowed to play them the same way because there's contracts and shit and copyright fuckery like in video games. He has to play different notes, or
I mean, it's possible, but it sounded like when he was what's it called? When he was playing it right, it was completely fine. So I think it was just a personal thing. I don't know what was going on.
Sounds like a
well, I mean, like, it sounds like maybe he was just
he
just forgot them. Like, you know, you get on stage, you see the lights, and like, you're like, what the fuck am I supposed to play? You know?
Yeah.
I don't want to judge him like too hard. It was just like, it didn't ruin the concert for me, but it took me out of like the concert experience for a while. Well, you know, you guys know what I'm saying, right?
Yeah. It's just the idea of like it as if it would ruin the concert.
Well, I mean, some people are like that, though.
It's such a small thing. Yeah. I know. Which is who I'm talking about, you know.
But like it wasn't even like he played bad either. It was just like, that's not right, you know. Like, and I could tell, and it was just like, but nobody else. It seemed like nobody else around me really seemed to care. Like, Keon didn't really care. Fabian didn't seem to care. So it was just like, you know what? I'm just gonna enjoy while I'm here. So
I was gonna say, when you go to a live show, most of the time it's not gonna sound the same anyways.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, like like the Grateful Dead stuff sounds way better live than it does on a recording. They're just so much better.
Yeah, but anyway, so that show kicked ass. And I got a...
Nice.
What's up?
Can I make the joke? Did you blink on her 2 times? All right.
Over the course of the night, dude, there was so much fucking weed there.
They stopped the show for 182 seconds so everybody can blink.
Oh my god.
Yep.
I mean, it's just how fucking concerts.
Yeah, I mean, like, everyone was just vaping with THC, and I was just like, bro.
Oh well, it shouldn't be like that though. You're supposed to harass people. Shit's bad for you.
Do edibles; it's better for you.
Edibles is even better. It gets you high as fuck, and it's just food.
So I ended up getting a new sweatshirt because my old one shrank in the wash, so I gave it to Keon. Because I couldn't wear it. It looked like a like anime sweatshirt, you know, because it was just like cut off essentially.
All right.
And then I was super disappointed with the merch that they were selling for the most part. Like the hoodies were alright. I got like a new hat, which I thought was super cool, but like they didn't have any good shirts, you know. And so like I'm walking out of the venue and I'm like, I got the hat and the sweatshirt, and there's this lady like out in the fucking parking lot who's selling these shirts, right? And they're like these like long sleeve like crew neck shirts, whatever. But they're like the blue like Blink-182 logo, but like with all of the mascots they've had over the years, including the new one. And I'm just like, how much for those? And she's like, $20. I'm like, shit, I'll take 3. No, but I bought one. It was just like, this is the best. Like, this is exactly what I was looking for. Why the fuck aren't they selling these?
Yeah, because there's someone who already made it, and they can't take that design without buying that design off them.
Yeah, I mean, you know, it's just like, it was silly to me that they didn't have something similar to that. Because like they didn't have anything with anything with just the band's like logo on the front of it or anything like that. Yeah, exactly.
Wow, that's a little ridiculous.
So what was it? It was just like
it was like, well because they're trying to push this new like rabbit character.
Oh, so it was just a lot of the new mascots, not like just the band's logo or like not even like pictures of the band.
I think they had one that was like a picture of the band, but like
shirt.
It's the new band, not with Tom DeLonge, but with Matt Skiba. And I don't like the picture. Travis Barker tries to look really, really hard, and he just kind of looks weird. But they also had. I really wanted to buy the shirt, but because I'd never be able to wear it anywhere. Do you know the song 10 Dirty Words? Yeah, they had that. They had all the lyrics written out on a shirt, and I really wanted to buy it, but I'd never be able to wear it anywhere. So.
Oh, I would. I'd wear that. I used to have a shirt that had like it had fuck in the middle of it, but it had like a bunch of other stuff around it. But like fuck was like in bright red, and everything else was in white, and you know, so your eyes would zero in on it. But I can't remember.
Yeah, I wanted to buy that, but I was not about to drop $35 on a shirt I couldn't wear. So anyway, that was mostly my week. It was just like I had a fucking awesome Tuesday night. And then I was working most of the rest of the time.
Gotcha. Don't worry. You don't have a wristband that has the most cringiest like middle school
scarred
thing
for
ever
life
on it for Drake.
Oh, that's right. I used to wear one of those.
Yeah, I used to wear one too because it was do right and kill everything.
God.
That's right. Do right, kill everything.
I had a.
But
because we didn't even know. Because I think we didn't even know it was for Drake when we first got it.
We didn't. It
was
was just cringy high school, middle school stuff.
I mean, if it makes you feel better, in high school, I had a sweatband that had a skull on it, like on my wrist.
Jesus, I got some sort of martial arts headband with like a big dragon on it.
Yeah, that's right.
I used to wear it around school. Still got all that cringy shit. Got it right here somewhere. I don't even know what happened to that. Oh, I think I broke it. I think I like cut it or something.
Yeah.
I fucking do right, kill everything. Bullshit.
Yeah, the elastic on the sweatband finally started to give out, which is why I stopped wearing it after like 4 years. I was still wearing it in college too. Like, I don't give a fuck. I think it looks cool.
Yeah, man, if it's your style, fuck it.
I'm like, you know what's funny is I went from wearing like all black in high school, and now I'm like trying to find the most flamboyant fucking colors I can. And I'm still wearing black. I'm wearing like black with like seafoam green and bright pink. And you know what? I fucking love that shit.
I was about to say, I still wear all black, but I'm more prone to put like splashes of color in it now. Like I'll wear like an undershirt that's multiple colors, or I'll wear like or like I'll have like my shoes will be black, but my shoelaces will be like hot pink or something.
Yeah. Or like my shoes are. I have a pair of just like fucking bright pink, hot pink Converse.
Have you heard of pastel punk?
Pastel punk? No, and I hate it already.
Me too.
Me too. I think certain people can pull it off, but like, I think they're stupid in general.
Yeah. I think those flower girl fucking hippie princesses who try to use pastel colors for fucking everything.
I don't mind them if they're like the muted side piece to the main attraction, but like if you're trying to make your full thing pastel, like fuck you.
Yeah. Yeah.
No, I was just asking because it's basically black with some beautiful colors added to it. Anyways, is that a podcast?
Is it a podcast, Cameron? I don't know.
I don't know. Is it a podcast, Eric?
I don't know. The intricacies of the earwax in my ear for another 45
Let's not
minutes.
say we did.
Hey, so that was an interesting story about his ears. We cut it out, obviously. Anyways, if we want to find you, DeShon, where can we find you?
What's my address? I live at 10. No, I'm kidding.
1001001.
1010010001. You can find me at the Urban Buddha. Wait, no, Mr. Urban Buddha on Twitter, Mr. Urban Buddha on YouTube, the Urban Buddha on Twitch. I actually tried streaming last week, but literally my internet just completely exploded at the same time, so it didn't work out.
Yeah, that was a mess.
So that didn't work out. I did get some online games in though, like on Lethal League Blaze and all that shit. So, but hopefully that'll be fixed. Should have the Black Lagoon video out eventually. Give it a few weeks, people. It'll be out. I'm actually working on this one, unlike the Bleach one. The Bleach one was made, but then I sat on it too long and I hated it, so it was just not exactly.
Throw it out there.
It ended up not being what I wanted it to be. I'll probably just put it out there as like a whatever thing, but Black Lagoon will be more of like a fully realized idea, I think.
Alrighty.
That's it.
But okay. Alright, and you can find me at I Press the Buttons on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch. That's about it.
You can find me at Cayman Second on just about everything. You might have to search Cayman Second on Twitter.
Alright. And as always, laugh at yourself.